Hey guys, this is Allison from AllyKat Creations. How are you? I am taking all of my TikTok videos and squishing them together in sections. So if you're not on TikTok but would like to enjoy what I put out for other people in messaging, they're short little clips, but they're all together. Please go check out this video so that you can see the messages that I give for others. If you are on TikTok, Ally, KAT211 is my handle. And it would be awesome if you can support me there. I unfortunately don't know what I'm doing with this channel or all my other social medias. I'm getting very burnt out financially. I'm not making anything, which is great, and that's fine, but things are hitting home really hard again. So any support would be fantastic. Don't worry if you can't, but getting that like, share, and subscribe out is the most important for me at this point in time. I want to thank all of my subscribers and all the people that watch me and gain some knowledge and wisdom from me. I am so happy to have you in my life. It is beyond measure how important all of you are to me. And I'm going to continue pushing forward with what upstairs missioned myself to do here on this planet, as I'm trying to redefine what abundance and what means of making it in this 3D world looks like. It's getting harder and harder. And I hit that rock bottom 2 years ago, and it's coming back at me again with me putting in effort every day. So I don't know where I need to change or what direction I need to fly into, but here's a new way of going about things: TikTok shorts and videos. So I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for your support and enjoy. Bye for now.
Blessings, everybody. This is Allison from AllyKat Creations. How are you? Long day. Long day. Hope everybody's having a blessed day. Something I want to maybe give guidance on, or a new way of thinking. What is coming has been foretold by so many people, but with the monster in the middle of the Gulf that's barreling toward Florida again. This is something I've done in a very many instances in a lot of different natural disasters, or planned, whatever you want to call them. Doesn't really matter. It's still God's will. I project my light body. I go into meditation and I go to the storm. It's like projecting my essence into the storm to calm it down. Obviously, I know a lot of people in the light worker community, in whatever community you ascribe yourself to, that do this. But if we do it more en masse, we can get a bigger and more effective outcome. I'm not to say that the storm shouldn't happen. If it's God's will to be that strong, it is God's will. But many of us know and can project ourselves or imagine the storm lessening in strength. I feel like many people ignore these things, that ignore the fact that you're very powerful within. You are very powerful as a being. And if you use your creative mind and you use your imagination, you can imagine the storm lessening, and more people that do that, this breaks the storm down. So if more people can come on, and yes, help is needed. Help. I've been boxing things and sending to different people. That's how Amish mindset works. But if you are somebody who knows and that can project your light body, imagine the storm lessening, and sit in meditation and really think and hone in on those things, we're making a difference. Let's make it that way for the people that are not going to be involved, for the people that are out in different states that can sit and meditate at least for 10 minutes a day and watch that storm dissolve in your mind's eye, or actually project your energy there to lessen the strength of that storm. I think a lot of things are tests to see, and it's something I propose, and of course it's untangible. You can't see the results until you see the storm slow down and to dissolve. But more and more people do this, I think we'll have a better effect of lessening it. If we could dissipate it, great, but I don't see that happening. Sorry. So, guys, take the time in the next 2 days to really hone in on the storm, to dissipate it. And you could do this to any storm, to any situation. If we all come together as a collective to make a difference, and we're seeing a lot of people stepping up, and thank you so much for your humility and your Amish mindset. But for those that can't help financially or just don't have the means, you know what you do have? Your imagination, your creative thought, and the ether to carry it over. So let's get on it, guys, and let's lessen the storm at most, dissipate it if best, and let's apply it to many other aspects of this world. Sending each and every one of you love, light, compassion, grace, shielding, and protective energy. Please go within, be the shoulder, be the lighthouse, seed your truths, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye for now. Blessings, everybody. This is Allison from AllyKat Creations. How are you? Frederick Nietzsche. Twilight of the Idols and the Antichrist. I want to quote something. Of course, Spirit just leads me to these things. I channel through a lot of things, but this. Quote, "The inner world is full of phantoms and false lights. The will is one of them. The will no longer moves anything, consequently. No longer explains anything. It merely accompanies events. It can also be absent." When I say you have to put your will and intention into things, that's the power within you to focus onto something, to focus your will on it. And when we're looking around the universe at human beautiful souls that most people are, sometimes that will power is absent. Sometimes it's just the everyday mundane things that people aren't putting their will to focus on. They're just there, living. We need to put will to power. He's right. In many aspects. We look at society and we are not putting will and intention into things. What are you going to do? I know that a lot of people did meditate for that hurricane to lessen, and guess what it did? It didn't destroy it. It didn't go away, and it still impacted people heavily. But it could have been worse, and I don't like to negate something that's still negative. But thank you to all the light workers out there who actually focus their will and power into calming that thing down enough, steering it in directions where things could have been worse. And of course things could have been better. I don't like to look at one side over the other. Where are you focusing your will and intention each and every day? you might not like his work, but there's a lot of juicy things in his work that we can all learn from and strive from. And one of those things is, where are you putting your energy into? What are you focusing your attention to? If it's towards negativity, you got to transmute it to the positive. We're only going to move forward when more and more people start using their will in the better way, in the best direction possible for them. But some people are even absent, not using it. What are you doing? I hope you're using your will in the right direction. We all need you. So guys, sending each and every one of you love, light, compassion, grace, shielding, and protective energy. Please go within. Be the shoulder. Be the lighthouse. Seed your truths. And if you want to join me, I want to say around 7:15, 7:30, I have to see. I'm going to go live on my channel. I haven't done so, but today is the 3rd year anniversary of my YouTube channel, AllyKat211. So I might go give everybody thanks and gratitude and just hang out for a little bit. So if you're free, join me over on YouTube. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. Use your will in the right way. Bye for now. Blessings, everybody. This is Allison from AllyKat Creations. How are you? I'm going to challenge people. Nisha, human, all too human. Quote the number. The law of numbers were invented on the basis of the initially prevailing error that are various identical things, but actually there is nothing identical. Or at least that there are things, but there is no thing. The assumption of multiplicity always presumes that there is something, which occurs repeatedly. But this is just where the error rules. Even here, we invent entities, unities, that do not exist. Our feelings of space and time are false. For if they are tested rigorously, there goes my teeth, they lead to illogical contradictions. Truth, in my estimation and opinion, everything's in the numbers, the synchronicity, there is all kinds of stuff. But if you look at math, that's a third dimensional construct. We're based on ontological mathematics if we look at Tesla and vibration and frequency. But in the new epoch, in the new race that we're all consciously forming, things are taking a little bit of a tailspin, because quantum is the rule for fourth dimension, fourth density. And I'm sure there is going to be more math and more physics that increases and gives us a gateway to better understanding. We all need the foundation of 3D in order to move to 4. But things are advancing. I think Nietzsche, Kant, and some other philosophers were a little before their time. Space. Kind of motioning us to look a little deeper and a little expansive in the understanding. Sorry guys, my allergies are horrible. So something to ponder. I like pondering a lot. And it's the truth. In terms of time, space, we really don't understand. the reality of mathematics in a higher density form, in a dimensional state. And if all things are illusion here, that means the numbers are as well. It's just something for our brains to comprehend the living matrix that we are inhabiting. And that's a tailspin for another day. So, just something to put out there. I hope all of you have a blessed and beautiful day. Sending each and every one of you love, light, compassion, grace, shielding, and protective energy. Please go within. Be the shoulder. Be the lighthouse. Seed your truths. And I hope to see you on the next one. Thank you for your support. Bye for now. Blessings, everybody. This is Allison from AllyKat Creations with super cute Odin sleeping behind me. Earlier today, I'm putting something together to display some artwork for a vending event. I'm in complete collapse. And in the moment of me building, I zipped out of this dimensional space-time into another dimensional space of thinking. It was really weird and very bizarre. I never felt this before. And in that pause of like, what the hell is going on? I feel very different. I felt very disconnected from all of it. Extremely disconnected, empty. It was the weirdest feeling I've ever experienced because it was a feeling in an emotional state. And when I zipped back myself into this time space, I had to figure out why did I feel this way? Why did I zone out into this other dimensional space and feel so disconnected and so empty? I feel very disconnected from humanity. And I feel very disconnected from the very people that I love. And I think it's because of the choices that people are making to continue the separation, the hate, the spew of not understanding all things are God, all things are created in its image, the energy thereof are all one and the same, and everybody still is, not everybody, but a large amount of people are very disconnected from the understanding that we should be in union. It prompted me to think that I just did a quantum leap forward and I have to find new people to basically connect with because my train of thinking is on another plane of existence than what most people here are experiencing. And I have to give compassion and grace, I guess, and have patience for people to catch up. It's just very lonely sometimes. And I've experienced that disconnection from the Matrix, I guess. Being in the Neo, popping out, and then coming back into reality like, oh, yeah, they're all doing their thing. And I'm just here observing. Just weird. Anybody else feel that way? Let me know. Just very weird feeling, zipping out of a paradigm, zipping back in. I feel like Neo that just jumped out and just jumped back in, and wild, just really wild experience I had earlier, and I'm trying to put words to it. Sometimes it sucks, and other times I have to just be thankful that I have that experience and all the experiences to be able to reflect upon. And a cute kitty cat sleeping behind me. So if you guys have ever had that kind of, you zone out, you're doing something, but you're meditating, but you zone out consciously, like you're awake, and you jump out and you're jumping back in, let me know. It's that disconnection, that empty feeling I felt wasn't pleasant at all. It made me question just about everything. And I didn't like it. So let me know if you guys have experienced that. I'm still like wrapping my mind around it, but I wanted to see if anybody else has had that experience or something similar to it. Sending each and every one of you love, light, compassion, grace, shielding, and protective energy. Please go within. Be the shoulder. Be the lighthouse. Seed your truths. And thank you for the support. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. Hopefully I'm not zipped down into a new paradigm yet. Until the next time, guys. Bye for now. Blessings, everybody. This is Allison from AllyKat Creations. How are you? I am embracing my Halloween costume. This is Beth Dutton from Yellowstone. I cut my hair today. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts with Aaron Abke, who was featured with Brian Scott a long time ago. And my goodness. Living in the 4D consciousness. We want to jump to 5D so bad we forget about 4D. We're forgetting about it. We're all focused on 5D. We're not focused on 4, and that's where we need to be. We need to embrace unconditional love, harmony, forgiveness. First within ourselves, and then our outside world, and all that is. What is holding so many people up is not recognizing your other selves is everybody in the game playing the expression of God that they are. All is source. Aaron talks about this. All is source. So all things are God's will. Where do we take this? How do we move through it? Go and do the inner work. Go inside and do the law of one. And if you don't recognize those things, that's okay. Grow your inner self so it can magnetize out. Be the beam of light. We can't jump from 3 to 5. There is an in-between, and that's 4. And 4, you're living in your heart space. The chakra system. You're hitting your heart space. And you can't go to your heart space if you have hate, fear, anxiety, and feeling. You need to live from your heart. So start there, and you'll start seeing 4D come into an alignment. Choo-choo. This is what's really important, is understanding that there is a middle ground between 3 and 5. And everybody's jumping to 5, but we need to stay and stick with 4 because 5 ain't coming anytime soon. So please embrace the fact that you're going to 4 and you're not jumping to 5. Your consciousness might be in 5, but physically you're in 4. You gotta embrace that. I'm seeing so much turmoil amongst everybody. I'm seeing a lot of people misconceived and delivered into the false light that there is 5D. It is there. You gotta go to 4 first. There's no free passes. So make sure that you're doing the work consciously, going within, so you can see 4 and experience 4 and then experience the higher densities. But you won't be able to do that with hate and division in your heart. We need to come together and unify, and in order to do that, you need to see everybody else's perspective. That's hard when you're polarized to one thing to another. So let's just take it politically, to the right, to the left. The bad terms, the judgment, the shame, the blame, the this, the that, it gotta stop. You got to see all expressions of God as God, and you have to look to see everybody's perspective. Try it. It's not easy. So, guys, sending each and every one of you love, light, compassion, grace, shielding, your protective energy. Please go within. Be the shoulder. Be the lighthouse. Seed your truths. And I hope that I landed a Beth Dutton from Yellowstone. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and supporting. Bye for now. Blessings, everybody. This is Allison from AllyKat Creations with another fine quote from Human Ulti-Human by Nisha. Refinement of shame. Men are not ashamed to think something dirty. That goes for women too. But they are ashamed when they imagine that others might believe them capable of these dirty thoughts. End quote. Shame is something that we need to nullify and come into neutrality with. Everybody has thoughts. Everybody has perceptions. Everybody is still thinking individually and in separation, judging others. And we can't undo our thoughts. They pop up. They come from and other places in the lower astral. So one has to ask themselves, when these thoughts come up, if you don't like them and you think other people are going to think differently of you, then how do you transmute that energy? By going within and changing your mindset, recapitulating that thought to something different. It's okay to have negative thoughts. It's okay when these things arise to say, okay, why did that thought pop in my head? Why did that make me feel a certain way? Then go within and transmute it if you don't like it. Or process it and release. We as a society at large, not talking individually, but at large, are shaming, blaming, and still pointing the fingers at either side of duality and polarity. We got to stop doing that, because everybody's perception is correct, for their perception is theirs alone, not yours. And when we have these strange little thoughts popping up in our head, especially shame, we're all have them and we're all guilty of them. But it's what you do with what comes into your mind and what shame game we want to play. How do we disperse and just get rid of it? Or keep it, but keep it to ourselves. Eventually, we're not going to be able to keep a lot of things to ourselves, because we're going to be a part of unity consciousness. And therein lies the problem, where you have to drop shaming, blaming, and judgment of others, because everybody has their own faults and their own thoughts, and things might be a little funky. But that's okay, because we're going to accept people for who they are and where they are, at where they are, in the frequency of where they lie. Nisha just brings up a very good point in a three-dimensional sense. Let's move forward out of 3 into 4D thinking and consciousness and go within. You're being just heavily distracted right now. All the purging that is happening is on the outside world, and you can see the circus sideshow playing. Let's move forward from that. Let's stop the shame game and do it within ourselves first. And it's okay to have impure thoughts. It's okay to think in certain ways. But how are you having it come out and play out in your outside world? And if you don't like what you're thinking, change your mindset. It's all about this. Sending each and every one of you love, light, compassion, grace, shielding, and protective energy. Please go within, be the shoulder, be the lighthouse, see your truths, and I will be going live in about 10 to 15 minutes on my YouTube channel. Go check me out, AllyKat211 on YouTube. I'm going to be doing a lot of different things today. Who knows? It's spontaneous, as last Friday was as well. And join me over there. I'm 6:20 Central Time. I might go on 6:30, 6:45. Depends how fast I get things going. Bye for now. Blessings, everybody. This is Allison from AllyKat Creations 211. How are you? A quarter of an hour earlier. Occasionally one finds a person whose views are before his time, but only to the extent that he anticipates the common views of the next decade. He holds the public opinion before it is public. That is, he has fallen into the arms of a view that deserves to become trite, 1/4 of an hour sooner than the others. But his fame tends to be much noisier than the fame of truly great and superior. This can be taken in so many different contexts, but let's take it in the political context. How many people have been dangling a carrot on a stick in front of you, only to dangle it to say, come back next week or next show, I'm going to talk about X, Y, and Z, and everybody follows along that trail of pellets when the knowledge is within. All you have to do is remember. What a concept. That it gets as easy as that. Going within. There are a lot of us who are before our time. It was meant to be that way. All I know for myself, I'm in total, complete spiritual collapse. I'm collapsing. I'm at the brink of a breakdown. Like those nervous I'm like in my 40s, it's a nervous breakdown. I'm there. I'm there. It's there. And the sheer disrespect from people in this moment in time, I'm done. And the nice person that I am, and the compassionate person that I am, and the patient person that I am, I'm patient to a fault. But the New Yorker program, that in me is still there, and I know I'm making changes so that doesn't come out, but it's very hard and it's eating a lot of my energy. I'm sick and tired of people disrespecting me or not seeing any kind of worth in me, but just needing my assistance, taking money, and yeah, I dole it out because I love people and I'm here to help. But to see you next Tuesday's here, and I have to worry about myself. And guess what? You're like, fuck, yeah, that right there. Sorry, that's not a message for everybody, but certain people that watch me, you know who you are. That's the ironic part of life. A quarter of an hour earlier. Public opinion. Nice program. Guys, sorry, I'm really at my brink. Thanks for sharing that moment with me. Hope to see you guys on the next one. Sending all of you love, light, compassion, grace, shielding, and protective energy, as I hope you do for the same for me. Please go within, be the shoulder, be the lighthouse, see your truths, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Thank you for dealing with my little rant spiely, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.
Blessings, everybody. This is Allison from AllyKat Creations. Love to be kind. Had to put this on today to remind myself after yesterday's little spiel and rant. But today, spiritually speaking, what I have been noticing with the conflict, the overwhelmness, the surrendering to the universe, which I have done numerous times and doing it now, that a lot of us are under attack spiritually. You know, got the neons tonight. I'm not alone. Being upset with humans is not new. People have crossed my line, and thankfully things have been a little on the resolve side. But what really pushes the envelope is the extremes of the feelings and the physicality of those feelings that have hit me, and I'm sure a lot of you, in the last couple of weeks. As the energies are spiking, the outside world is purging their shit. And for a lot of us empaths, you know, a lot of empaths have a lot of different abilities, and a lot of us are, unfortunately, even when you shield and put your protection up, you're still absorbing. It's a tool and a teacher, but gosh, hell no, sometimes, right? We don't like those things. I know I was spiritually attacked because I don't normally get to a point where the negative stuff comes out of me. And it's about how to transmute and to move the energy away. And I've been able to ground the last 2 days, be with my cats, go to the trees, rake some leaves. These are things that have helped me, like, just clear my mind and get some deep breaths in and hope for the best. I'm at work. I have a full-time job that does not pay well. I need another job, but this job that I have is with special ed, and it's autism, and a lot of the kids are physically hurting. Like, I'm being bit and pinched and hit constantly. And it's very hard to find another job that's based around the full-time job and the hours, and let alone recovering from the day. So it's been quite overwhelming, to say the least. But I know a lot of us are going through this. I'm not alone with expressing that. And I want people to be able to know it's going to be okay. I know for myself, I just have to figure it out. I can't pay my bills. Today I had school lunch. Not allowed to do that, but I did it anyway because I don't have food to eat. Because of the prices, and the world is cray-cray right now. But you do what you have to do. And I know a lot of us are in that holy what is going on. So just know that you got to clear and transmute the energy constantly. It's exhausting. Take care of yourself and put your boundaries up. My boundaries had to go up the other day, and thankfully things are resolved for now. But just make sure, guys, that you're checking in with yourselves and you are taking those attacks with stride and pride. Even if you're in neutrality and you don't believe in the energy, it's still there. There's still thought forms that are trying to take your light. So make sure nothing takes your light. So sending each and every one of you love, light, compassion, grace, shielding, and protective energy. Please go within. Be the physical shoulder. Be the lighthouse for others. Seed your truths. And make sure that you are shining bright no matter what. And when you are getting attacked, because a lot of us are feeling it, make sure you're grounding and taking care of yourself. That's the most important part. I hope to see you on you guys on the next one. Thank you for your support, and have a great one. Bye for now.